There comes a time in every gamer's life when a gamer experiences a certain level of emptiness, a void so to speak. Well, if it's fulfillment you're looking for, gamers, you've come to the right place. Hi, I'm PG and you've just entered the lab.
The Phantom is trying to disappear.
Ready for some insane third-person action? Well, today's your day. Ninja Gaiden 2 didn't exactly satisfy all my hopes and dreams, but it will do. Okay, first thing, to all the gamers who never saw that retro section, this is the original Ninja Gaiden 2, just so you know. And also so you get an idea of how far the game's come. Now, Team Ninja did a really great job of resurrecting Ryu Hayabusa in the revamped Ninja Gaiden release for the original Xbox years ago. But I can't help but to think Team Ninja is experiencing the plateau effect. Yeah, the game is good and was great and ahead of its time back in its heyday, but this latest installment, Ninja Gaiden 2, looks and feels pretty much the same.
Damn you!
Here's the breakdown lab style. First, a quick run through on the story. A group called the Black Spider Clan has killed Ryu's father. Hold up, does this remind anyone of Shenmue? Ryu, dead father? These guys must be running out of ideas. Anyway, they killed his father. Then this woman named Sonia goes in search of the mysterious ninja, only to be kidnapped. Then Ryu steps in, only to find out he has to go all over the world in search of this powerful statue, which is now in the hands of the Arc Fiend. I'm sure there's more to this story, but I probably lost a lot of you at Dead Father. So anyway, on to the good offerings of Ninja Gaiden 2. The variety of techniques, sweet. That's the best way to describe it. If you're a fan of the earlier ports in the Xbox and more recently Sigma, then you're probably pulling up a chair and feeling right at home with this one. It feels very familiar. We're offered some extras like some of those incredible weapons which all offer their own special blend of herbs and spices to keep you entertained. Then there are the finishers. Each weapon has its own and they all look incredible in their own gruesome way. We're also given these nifty Ninpo attacks which can be slightly upgraded as you go along. The controls in Ninja Gaiden 2 are also the same. I don't mean you do the exact same stuff, but executing these techniques are easier than you might imagine. This helps keep you into the game. The game being this fast-paced, action-packed thrill ride, we wouldn't ask for anything less to get us through it, although I'm betting most who have played this game never stuck it out to the end. Another good point of Ninja Gaiden 2 is the abundance of save points, much better than last time. Not only are these save points plentiful, but you can also heal your injured warrior at each one. Healing can also take place at the end of each major battle, not just boss fights. More pluses, yip-de-doo! Then the voice acting was also very good. Nothing too ridiculous or cheesy.
This statue is the talisman of Mount Fuji.
As for the boss fights, a joy, sometimes incredibly difficult, but still an impressive production. Great, those were in our opinions the finer points of Ninja Gaiden 2. So moving right along down the line, here is what we'd like to consider the okay points of Ninja Gaiden 2, the more subjective points, the points that probably barely made it.
The fiends are unleashed.
First are the graphics. These graphics to any non-gamer or gamer who's still rocking their PS2 will be considered great graphics, but not by our standards. Why, one might ask? Well, it's simple. Look at the original Ninja Gaiden remake for the Xbox. Good. These graphics, even by today's standards, are good, mainly because Team Ninja released a game that was ahead of its time. Now, here is Ninja Gaiden Sigma for the PS3. Still good, right? But do you see a pattern here? Even though Ninja Gaiden Sigma is good, it's not that much better than the original on the Xbox, and same goes for Part 2. Ninja Gaiden Part 2, after so many years, isn't the leaps and bounds production we were expecting. This goes back to what I was saying earlier. Team Ninja is experiencing that plateau effect. No significant improvement.
Damn you!
The fact that there's no online play also gets an okay from us. Why? Well, first up, online play isn't necessary for every game, and I just think this is one of those games where it would have just seemed tacked on. I mean, what would Team Ninja really have offered us? A pieced together DOA game to hold us over till DOA 5? Nah, I can do without that. Then there's the difficulty level. Most of you who bought this game never saw the end credits roll. Come on, who are you trying to kid? Ninja Gaiden 2 is no walk in the park. And don't go playing it on the easier Acolyte setting, then come boasting to me, "Oh PG, I beat Ninja Gaiden 2, it wasn't that hard." Yeah right, whatever. Basically, why I'm saying the difficulty setting is okay is because some gamers love a challenge, so they will always welcome this kind of thing, while others are looking for a Sunday stroll kind of setting. If you're part of the latter, be warned, Ninja Gaiden 2 is no dolly house. It's for the hardest of the hardcore. It always has been, even back in these days of the original Nintendo. The enemy AI, well, they got smarter in a sense. They won't stand idly by while you butcher their colleagues. No, they will all gang up on you. Also, wounded enemies will crawl up on you and plant a grenade to take you with them. Then, simple stuff like opening chests or doors, nothing important, but it caught our attention. It seems silly to me when I see a character in the middle of an action game taking his time and gently opening a door. We're not talking Splinter Cell here. Kick a door open, that's what I'm saying. Then the repetition factor. This doesn't go in the horrible section simply because with this repetition comes a lot of variety. Does it make sense? Actually, it does. Even though you do a lot of the same moves over and over on a lot of the same looking guys, Team Ninja gives you an array of flashy and effective techniques and weapons to open that can with, so it's not that bad. Now to the bad. Some of the stuff mentioned before is bad, just not game wrecking ball bad. This though is garbage. The camera, the stinking lousy camera. Words necessary to describe this are not fit for TV. Yes, it was that bad. You're given the option to center the camera whenever you want to, but this option is prehistoric in my opinion and definitely not suitable for a game this fast-paced. Auto-centering and a camera that follows you properly is what's needed here. Too many times in this game I'd be playing and had to be fighting enemies I couldn't see. Sometimes I got confused. I didn't know who was who and mistook myself for the enemy. Poor, really poor. But the good news is that's the only unacceptable flaw in the game. The bad news is this is a video game with emphasis on the word video. We're dealing with visuals here, not just sound. So a proper camera is key. I'm sure the guys at Team Ninja knew this. Go figure. So for cool but dated gameplay and graphics, good audio, mean weapons and fighting techniques, easy to learn controls, a crazy difficulty level but dirt poor camera system, the lab gives Ninja Gaiden 2 a 7 out of 10.
I expected more, you Hayabusa. Ha!
Stick around gamers, a review of Fracture is up next.